Assalamu alaikum. So we as a humanity are locked down because of this coronavirus. May Allah make things easy for us. But in the meantime, I thought since we are basically all stuck in our homes, making videos would be a way for me to escape isolation and maybe share some things and insights that you might find useful and you might respond in a way that might refine my understanding of things. Okay, so where do we begin? So what am I doing actually to pass my time as classes are off and I cannot really travel anywhere, so count you. So basically what I'm doing is online courses, not because I'm a nerd, but because I realize that there are subjects on which I need to work upon, and there are certain subjects which I'm interested in, yet I'm not very good at them because I need to put in more effort. For example, finance for me is a subject of area of interest, but I need to work upon it, and that's exactly what I'm doing, alhamdulillah. So the Great Courses Plus is not a sponsor of this video. This channel is too small to get a sponsor. But it's a great resource, and basically they have all courses on all subjects, and I take courses on economics and finance, so that's excellent. And then that's number one. Number two is you can read books. So I have this little Kindle over here. It's an excellent device. I have lots of books on this, but I have not yet read most of them. I've read few of them. In fact, I'll tell you, the book that I'm reading right now is Rich Dad and Poor Dad. It's a very famous book. My friend had recommended it to me a long time back, but I had not read it. Now I am. And it's amazing. It's a very, very nice book. Before you read the next chapter, I want you to know that it conveys factual information which might easily change your entire financial destiny, as it has so definitely brought changes of stupendous proportion to two people described above. Anyway, so I'm going to make these videos almost daily. Well, I'll basically provide you with no value, and the only reason I'm doing this is to pass my time. And if you're still watching, you're a very, very nice person. Thank you for that. Talking of books though, I would like to show you my little personal library that I have inherited from my grandfather, and added few of my own collection to it. Let me show you that. Okay, so this is basically a few of the books that I have, which I call library. It's basically just two shelves. And I'll tell you what they're all about. So this red line of books is, as you can see, it's a Britannica Junior Encyclopedia. My grandfather got this in like the 1990s or the 1980s. 1980s probably. So back then there was no internet. So this is like Wikipedia on print. This is Wikipedia on print. So ABC, so everything from C, an encyclopedia, or everything that starts with C, everything that starts with H, so on and so forth. And this is another version there. This is like another publisher, the Book of Knowledge. It's more concise. So this entire row is for such encyclopedias, basically. Now moving on, this is basically Islamic books, right? So this is Hayat al-Sahaba, Laysat al-Sahaba. This is Ihya al-Ulum al-Din, the famous book by Imam Ghazali. Shimal al-Tirmidhi, this is a book on Hadith. This is also a book on Hadith. This is Ulum al-Quran, book on the Quran. This is one exception over here. And yeah, these are basically Islamic books. These books on the top are basically books that were so tall that you couldn't fit them in the bottom shelves. So this is Tarikh Da'wat wa Azmat, yeah. Azmiyat. So basically, this book is a series of 5 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is somewhere else. This book is basically about the Mujaddidun, the people in the Ummah who have revived the Ummah, like Imam Ghazali, Shah Wali al-Dehlawi, Umar bin Abdul Aziz, and so on and so forth. This is the philosophy section. This is the philosophy section. Okay. And a bit of history as well. No, basic. This is the philosophy section. The history of philosophy. Okay. Philosophy and sociology. Philosophy of Islamic law. And yeah. This area is dedicated to Iqbal. This area, the bottom down, this is basically pure communism. Karl Marx and some books by Lenin as well. This entire area of communism. So some people in my family early on were pure communists. I shouldn't say pure communists, but like greatly influenced. Okay, so yeah, these are Urdu books, really old Urdu books. Yeah. Okay, so this is another shelf. This is purely Urdu. Purely Urdu. I know that's not a description, but I really don't want to go into detail of it right now. Okay, so that was a brief overview of a few of the books that I have and inshallah will read very soon. And I am reading and trying to increase how much I read in a day. So, number 1 was the online courses, number 2 was reading books, number 3 is procrastination, which basically takes up most of the day, and I'm trying to control that as much as I can. But I'm so bored, and I'm so isolated, I'm doing this, and you're watching. Okay, so I'm trying to, what I'll do, so this is just the first video, what I'll do from tomorrow, inshallah, is that I'll spend my day, inshallah, doing something productive, reading, learning, listening to useful things, and I'll summarize, basically, few points or few insights, or even one insight that I find and I think is something worthy of being shared with you people, and I'll share that. So we'll get on the track of being a proper YouTuber from tomorrow, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.